Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Monday. This Monday, we're doing a quick change of plans because my husband is not feeling very well. So, I am... Anyway, I will be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Wait, I think I've already... Okay, yeah. I have not played this in forever, so hey. First off, I have a lot of things I need to... What is a deluxe protector? These are special protectors with a changing design on the reverse side. Changing design make your cards more stylish. Huh. Okay. Cow. Fair enough, I guess. Stirp, hello! Welcome to me getting reacquainted with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And seeing what all has changed since I played it last. One second, I'm getting... Besides basically just staring at everything. Should enable closed captioning on weapons leaving my earbuds or elsewhere at the moment. Let me see if I can. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, there we go. Is this working? Are you able to see what I am saying? Testing. 1, 2. Hopefully, you can, the closed captioning is working. available for this content. What does that mean? Bizarre. Okay, so sadly, I guess I can't. Hello, Huben. I'm currently trying to figure out if I can turn on closed captioning. Well, I'm probably just gonna hope it works. Because I'm not exactly sure what else to do. Okay, let me get rid of all these exclamation points because they bother me. And then feel good tonight, so no joint while stream. Yeah. Structure decks, here we are. Dang it. I would like to... Okay, yeah, let me just go ahead and buy 2 of those for now. Okay. For the most part, I plan on doing solo mode. It is just kind of my preferred play. It looks like Terminal... Ooh, Terminal World has a new one. That's awesome. I love Terminal World. I fall witness of... What's going on in Terminal? Final Showdown... Yeah, so let's... Like I said, we're probably just going to do this. Final Showdown with the Invasive Species. If we have time, like I do a whole bunch, probably might go ahead and do some boopadoops and dabadees and ooza whatsits. As the fierce battle with the worms raged across the entire continent, the Genex continued with their own struggle as well. As the fighting with the worms intensified, the Genex began a drastic transformation. The worms themselves were changing forms on a daily basis, and the Genex responded through self-upgrades, evolving to become more directly combat-oriented. Meanwhile, Ally of Justice were in need of more powerful weapons. They had recently developed remarkable new technology by analyzing W Nebula meteorite. Exemplifying this was the Ally Mind, which lent greater intelligence to their amassed armaments. This aside, Ally of Justice had another objective, building a new energy reactor. With a high-output, high-endurance reactor, they believed they would be able to reverse their current predicament. The result of their reactor was the R-reactor. However, it was strangely erratic and would not be an asset in the war without major improvements. Sometimes it would function as intended, only for its output to tank. It was also known to go completely out of control. We would gain the upper hand if we could complete it. It was not only the soldiers at the front who were immersed in the conflict, the R&D team were also moving mountains to assist them. So this entire story is basically about a world at war. Basically, the world is being attacked by... Oh, did they do an Etruria? Oh, I didn't even realize they had done an Etruria already. Yeah. So basically, the world is at war with an international, or not international, aliens. They're at war with an alien-based archetype known as worms. The Ally of Justice were created to help fend off said worms. The Genex are mechanical life forms that live on the planet that got drawn in and tend to be tend to be used to work with the Ally of Justice. The X-Sabers are like humanoid-ish inhabitants of the world who help fight. The Naturia are basically the living trees and plants of the world. The Fabled are the deities and mythological. The Guardians of the Mist are the cryptids. And the Flamevelds are just fire guys. And basically they keep having like their own struggles and also trying to do what they can to fight back against the worms while also, dealing with their own problems. If you excuse me, I'm about to give you a crisp. Exactly. Ally of Justice had been observing and investigating the Genex for some time. One day, an immobilized Genex with a broken leg was found by an investigator. Once approached, the Genex assumed an attacking position. Unafraid, the investigator inspected the damage and taking an experimental approach, made repairs. Able to stand again unassisted, the Genex swiftly fled. Seeking to obtain more sample data, the investigator ended up performing various repairs on other damaged Genex. Sometime later, the investigator encountered a Genex about to stop functioning entirely. It would take more... That's a typo. I don't think it's supposed to say more that. The usual repairs. It would take more than the usual repairs to restore it. What about the energy reactor that Ally of Justice have in development? It's not finished yet, but perhaps it could make this Genex functional again. The transfer procedure was swiftly performed, and the new reactor was transplanted. One night passed, and it looked like the experiment had been a failure. But out of the blue, the Genex rose up and bolted out of the laboratory. The R-Redactor gleaming brightly inside it had jolted it back to life. This made the technicians there realize something. The R-Reactor we made was indeed incomplete. Once inside the Genex, though, it was able to achieve full output without malfunctioning. This discovery prompted them to accelerate their R&D energy weapons powered by the long-lived R-Reactors, and at the same time, weaponization plan for Genex. The subject used in those experiments was steadily being advanced. There's a lot of reading in this chapter, apparently. After obtaining the R-Reactor and becoming the R-Genex, the group went on to achieve major victories in the war against the worms. They did not serve under Ally of Justice, but acted independently instead. However, as they fought side by side on the battlefield time and again, they began to see one another as dependable allies. Meanwhile, the worms also continued to evolve, and individuals with extremely high intelligence began to appear. They rallied vast swarms and advanced across multiple regions like an army. With their actions unified by superior beings acting as command centers, the worm forces posed an escalating threat. This change was likely the result of the worms learning and imitating the tactics of the indigenous tribes over the course of the long war. But once they began operating strategically, their movements and appearances became somewhat predictable. As a result, the combined forces of Ally of Justice and the R-Genex began to hold their own across the land, and eventually the worm appearances became only sporadic. If they can be pinned down like this, maybe every worm could be driven off this planet. Some began to voice the somewhat optimistic view, but there were still plenty who questioned it. Then a researcher who had been independently examining a substance that had flown in from the worm's star system put forward a certain theory. The final stage of the worm infestation. If the worms multiply enough to blanket the entire planet, might they fuse together into a single entity, turning the planet itself into a new worm? If that's the case, that planet-sized colossal worm may also join the invasion. Ally of Justice members were shaken to their core by this theory. If that's true, we will ultimately lose as things stand. We must begin preparations for the final battle at once. And so, Ally of Justice changed course. Rather than wasting strength Through piecemeal deployments, a plan was drafted to build an ultimate weapon capable of annihilating the enemy with overwhelming firepower. To support this massive project, production of other weapons was scaled back, and construction of a new colossal weapon began. At the same time, reconnaissance vehicles were also developed to predict where the worms would appear. It was also decided that the control core of this ultimate superweapon would be equipped with GenX controller. However, the unexpected behavior exhibited by Ally of Justice Field Marshal in the previous battle raised concerns. Even if it ultimately saved the lives of many soldiers, breaking away from the chain of command on the front lines is extremely dangerous. For that reason, Ally of Justice engineers stripped decision-making capability from GenX controller and streamlined its systems. Thus, construction of the decisive weapon steadily progressed, and the day of the final battle drew near. And now, we get to do an actual fight. So the way the story mode fights work is, there are two modes. Rental mode and, I forget what the other one's called. But basically, rental mode's kind of the important one, as it is the one where, you get a deck based off of the story. Huh? I just now noticed that says 40,000. I'm sorry. Repair GenX controller. Okay. Psychic and Punisher. Arms of GenX return 0. I think that's gonna be the big guy I need. Baron de Fleur. Decisive armor. Synchro starts Dragon, Trishula, Adamantipator, Risen Dragite, GenX Ally Axel, FA Dawn Dragster, Delusion, Nice Titan, okay. Swordmaster, Joshi, Mary Malphys, okay. Okay. And one to protect hand. Wait a second, I gotta. Hand or deck. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate Power Planner and use its effect. Yeah, to add GenX Ally Birdman to my hand. Then, okay, yeah, because if this is Link summoned, you can add one GenX monster from your graveyard to your hand. Once per chain, if a GenX monster is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can normal summon freely. Oh, I should have done 1-for-1 first. Okay, I do 1-for-1. Honestly, a dropped effect failure. GenX recycled. You can target one GenX monster in your graveyard. It's its name, and from deck to hand by the effect of a GenX monster, you can special summon it. Okay. Let's add GenX. Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. Oh, well. Okay. GenX recycled. Let me see. You can add one GenX monster from your grave to your hand. Okay. Use Power Planner to do Repair GenX Controller. Use his effect when he's Link summoned to re-add Power Planner to my hand. Activating his effect and immediately letting me normal summon again. Which we do with our, so we normal summon our GenX Turbo to add our GenX Oracle to hand. And then we'll use both the effects of Repair Genex Controller and our Genex Oracle. Oracle will go first, and it will be special summoned, and then we get another normal summon. This one we will use on our Genex Magma, using his effect to add a level 2 Genex to our hand. Or I can do this to add a level 4 to my hand after this. Level 4 would basically just run me back into Turbo, and then kind of just the pattern repeats from there. Okay. I am good on tuners, but actually I will go ahead and add Turing to my hand. Yeah, and I will use this one more time to put Powered Planer back on the field. And use his effect again to add another level 3 to my hand. This time we'll go ahead and add Genex Undine for no real reason. Alright, what can we summon? You can everyone visit return to hand. You remember what special one Xyz monster. Okay, yeah, we don't have enough these Xyz monsters, the thing. Once you monster in your graveyard, add your hand. Also, if you have a spell trap card, you can add a monster with its name for the rest of this turn. Okay, kind of hate that. Ally Axel. Once per turn, you can discard one card, then target one level 4 roll machine in your graveyard. Special summon that target, and if you do, its attack becomes double. Banish the end turn. Not great. Permanent returns. Rock monsters. Monster in the graveyard, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. That'd be really good if I had Undine on the field. Let me see. What is he? 8? Okay. Actually, yeah, I would be able to do it. Okay, hold on. Synchro Summon, you can special summon one level 4, level 2 or lower tuner from your graveyard. Special summon extra deck, that merely has Synchro Summon. Trishula, you can manage one card each from your opponent's hand graveyard. Hand field and graveyard. The card in the hand is chosen randomly. Okay. Truthfully, none of those are great right now. Okay. I think for now we'll go Axel. Oh, because he's a tuner as well. Okay. Let me see. So I'll have to do 7, so that'll be Turbo and Magma. Okay. And send these 3. Bring Ally Axel in. Okay. Now we're going to activate Birdman's effect to swap Genex Recycler for Birdman. That will let us come up with Undine. Ooh, our Genex Undine one. Once per turn, you can banish one Genex monster from your grave. If you banish a tuner to activate, you can treat this card as control a Genex Synchro monster. You can target 2 Genex monsters in your grave and add them to your hand. For the rest of this turn, any cards in your graveyard is banished instead. Yeah, let me actually go ahead and send that one. And we get Genex Controller. Okay, we already have a 3 tuner. Here's the worst part. I think I actually just screwed myself because, hold on. Yeah, just summon controller. Let me see who's available now. Tiger King and the Ice Barrier. This card games for this return in hand. Oh, well, that's... Jesus. Gains attack equal to its level times 300. Piercing. Don't really have any FAA spell or traps. So you can reduce this card's level by 2, and if you do, negate the activation. If you do that, destroy that card. And Psychic and Punisher is less than or equal to your opponent. One monster you control, one turn your opponent control, banish them with this one. That's my answer. Okay. Yeah, so you know what? Let's go ahead and bring him out. Yo, that was a pretty sick design, legit. Okay. Why can't I use that effect? Oh, because I needed a Gen X Synchro Monster, which ally was, but I don't have an ally now. Okay. I need like a level... I need to get another Power Planner out, really. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and use all of them and just pull out Dawn Dragster in defense. Okay. That would make it a 9. What's my 9 option? I'd be able to jump into a Trishula, basically. I'm gonna purposely drop his level by 2 to negate that. Okay, so now I can only use him for 7. Okay. What? 5? I do have a 5. Ooh, but Oracle... Oh, wait. But this is so much better. One card your opponent controls, banish them. Okay. Right, because I need one of the Undines. Damn it. Well, there goes my plan. I guess is okay anyway. I'm gonna change this to attack and pray that what he just put down. Perfect. Do that. There we go. Okay, changing his name to Genex to a different Genex monster wouldn't do anything. My only 6, is Tiger King, who I can't use him with because it needs to be water. So, end turn. Oh, that goes for a while, huh? What does this do? It's in one from deck to graveyard. Okay. The only worm you control is Zex, you can special summon and face on it. If you do, remove it and play one. Return it to its owner's hand. Oh. Okay. No. No. Uh-oh. Turning in condition activates its spell or harder effect. Oh, I'm about to have to use that a lot. Okay. That's what I was hoping we were talking. No. That's why I hate hand traps. Yes, please. Wait, does it have to be? Oh. Well, banish that then, because I said so. Oh, excuse me. Oh, neat. Anyway. Oh my god, I just now, actively realized that I'm about to have to fight that. Oh my god. Oh no, please don't tell me I actively have to. I might switch to a meme deck, my meme deck if I... Oh, he does have 40,000. Oh god. Okay. Okay. 1 second. My trains are good. So you know what? We're gonna try this. I'm gonna start by special summoning the Rocket Arrow Express. You cannot conduct your battle with the train, you special summon this card. You cannot activate cards or effects or set any cards. And that's all I'm gonna do. And you might be wondering why. That's fair. Anyway, so that was my massive beat stick. And since they got rid of it, I get to construction signal red for free damage. Which, hell yeah. Okay, now I almost want them to destroy the construction signal red, so I can just purposely throw this one away. No. Okay. Use my Night Express Knight's effect to normal summon it without tributing. Since I summoned a Earth Machine monster, I can cut Heavy Train Dairy Crane's attack and defense in half in order to special summon it. Now, using my 2 level 10s, I'm going to go with one of my favorite cards, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. And I'm going to use its effect. And drop the Night Express Knight to purposely deal 2,000 points of damage. Next, I will then use Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max to XC summon Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Lead. But wait, there's more. I am now going to activate Train Connection. This is part of why I went ahead and was willing to sacrifice my Rocket Arrow Express. Banish both of them, equip this to Leeb to double his original attack. At the cost that he's the only one who can attack. Which, hopefully for me, these... Uh-oh. I just remembered he had Lightning Storm. They have Lightning Storm. I'm fucked. Up to the number of materials it has at this point. Okay. So I want to drop Dairy Crane, use Dairy Crane's effect to destroy... That means nothing, you stupid fool. And I send it to them. Nope, definitely not doing that. He's just having the cat have a bath in here. Uh-oh. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, so that's about what I saw happening there. Let's go ahead and change deck. Is this it? Oh no, that's my legitimate. Yeah, this is the one I want. Alright. Who's ready for fun? This is a special deck I made completely as a joke. I'm gonna go and set this into the pendulum scale. Okay, yeah, they both have 7, so. Then we're gonna set that and turn. Yeah, this is gonna be dangerous. Yeah, if... Okay, we're just gonna, like, retry that, because apparently... She got a god tier hand. Yes. Okay. Gonna go ahead and just play Heart of the Underdog. We'll set Gemini Sapphire, and we will end. Chat. I don't think you will realize just how mad I am at this. Like, can we legitimately talk about this? This is about to be our third attempt here with this deck, fourth total attempt. And let's be honest. Okay, great. Go and just set the card and end. Ha! Screw you. Damn it. You know, I'm perfectly fine with them just literally trying to whittle their turns away. We will actually go ahead and tribute set, which is going to be a mistake because they're going to black hole us or something, and it's not going to matter at all. Or it could legitimately... I can't tell if they bricked or if the simplicity of my playing right now is... Wait, why did they just throw out Lightning Storm like that? There it is. Won't mind, there's this catharsis. Oh my god. No. Keep on the defensive. This is apparently causing the game to just be very confused. Heart of the Underdog. Nope, Flamefell card. Okay. Are y'all ready? Y'all here for that exhilarating gameplay? Oh, that has a lot of attack. Okay, pretty sure that's game. Part of the cards? Who was I kidding? Well, for being honest, I'm honestly surprised I made it that far. Listen, this deck rarely works when it can't. Rarely works at all. I feel like that's a problem. I don't even know if I have anything that can. What I have to potentially like outdo them, besides just praying that I get real lucky with this. 40,000 life points at the start is something. Come on. I don't hate this hand. It could definitely be better. I'm sure I get Neo Aquamador out. I hate that hand though. Yeah, we're gonna retry. I hate their hand. I'd rather they get that thing where they just start shoving all their cards into the graveyard. Please, thank you. Thank you, please, very much. Here's the thing, I know what the perfect hand in this deck looks like, and it will never happen. For reference, the perfect hand in this deck would be Exodia's head, all 3 of the copies of Heart of the Underdog, and then something for a defense. Okay, I think this is pretty equal. Okay, set you in the scale. Just straight up set you. And then pray you can survive the turn. Like, I got 3 of them, but still. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Wait, 1-0 was only 3. That. And this is how that deck works. So, when this deck starts, it can sometimes be very hard for it to stop. Basically, I only have normal monsters. The 2 Pendulum monsters, which do count as normal monsters as well. The Head of Exodia, which is the only effect monster. And 3 Heart of the Underdogs. Meaning that, yeah. I don't know what it just pulled, legitimately. Oh, it got an arm. Okay. Which means this is gonna keep going until either until I get a heart, one of the other 3 cards in the deck that can legitimately put a stop to this. And nope, that was Luster Dragon. Right there was the last. Yep. So the only Exodia piece that can actually stop it is the one that will win it. Oh my god, this is why I love this deck so much. It's so stupid in the worst possible way. If you want to get rid of one, you gotta get rid of them both. Discard from your hand 20 cards. Yeah, we might be here a bit. Yep, take out the Gokipor. Yep, take out the Fiend Kraken. Protector of the Throne. Luster Dragon. I gotta keep the Skulldog Marin. Gladiator Beast Andals. Yep, get rid of the Tourmalines. I still gotta get rid of 10 more cards. Jesus Christ, this is gonna take forever. Uh-oh, I got big choices now. Get rid of the Sapphires. Summon one normal monster from your hand. Okay, then I definitely want to keep... Yeah, discard the Dragons. They're probably the least helpful. Oh my god, I gotta get rid of 3 more. Okay. I'm sorry, Melfi. Get rid of one of those guys as much as I actually do hate it, and Skulldog Marin. Okay. So here comes the real fun part. When there are 2 Heart of the Underdogs on the field, each one can activate off of a single card. So that vanilla... Shit! Set vanilla. Set the last heart. End turn. Yeah, so they actually go off of the last card drawn, and not the, I gotta discard from my hand? It's fine, Sea Dragoons of Draconia. I thought 7 was a good number, damn. I don't think the game entirely knows what to make of the fact that I'm purposely decking myself out here. Uh-oh. So here's the worst part. And I mean this for them. I win, and I didn't even have to use my Heart of the Underdogs. And this is why this deck is named Total Bullshit. But hey, I won. Just as Ally of Justice had expected, it appeared. Despair that tore open space itself. Worm Zero. It radiated a level of malice and terror far beyond any worm seen before. Zero continued to advance while scattering new worms, and everywhere it passed became a corrupted wasteland of death. Anticipating this, they completed the Super Dreadnought floating artillery platform allied defense to decisive armor just in time. Lying in wait along Zero's path, the moment the target entered effective range, it fired at maximum output. Just as the barrage was about to strike, for an instant, Zero's massive body seemed to waver. The shot had clearly landed, yet Zero remained unscathed. Could it possibly have evaded the shot by shifting dimensions? The data sent in by the observation unit confirmed that this was indeed the case. Even so, that body was colossal. It may have shifted phase for a moment, but decisive armor's shot still obliterated through 20% of Zero's mass. Zero's advance stopped, but then its surface bubbled ominously, and the spawn that spilled out tainted all in their path. Ally of Justice immediately began preparing another shot. No matter how quickly they worked, preparations for a second bombardment would not be complete until morning. Meanwhile, the observation unit predicted that Zero would regenerate and begin moving again by then. From then on, both the indigenous tribes and the worms fought desperately, and the worms must have realized that despite decisive armor was their enemy's ultimate weapon. From the corrupted land, an endless stream of worms welled up, surging through the now cold and inert floating artillery platform. In response, Ally of Justice deployed literally every weapon at its disposal, including its reserves. Even that wasn't enough, and the warriors of each tribe were mobilized to defend the decisive armor. And in the hope of delaying regeneration even a little, attacks against Zero continued without respite. Then dawn broke. News that preparations for the second bombardment were complete reached Ally of Justice HQ almost simultaneously with the report that Zero started moving again. When Zero resumed its advance and entered effective range, a blinding beam of light was unleashed from decisive armor. At the same time, Zero once again rapidly seemed to lose its presence, and the barrage passed right through as if it hadn't struck an illusion before vanishing into the void. This is just like last time! In that moment, the frontline soldiers watching began to despair. But what then pierced the newly materialized Zero was a shot carrying twice the light and heat of the first. The beam struck true, piercing Zero's core. The Titan convulsed and fell, melting away amid a low, earth-shaking rumble. The first shot had come from the auxiliary cannons on decisive armor's two arms. If that first shot finished it off, all the better. But if it was dodged, then the moment it materialized, it would be blasted through by the main cannon at maximum output. It was a two-step plan. The operation succeeded, but having expended all of its energy, decisive armor had fulfilled its role, never to be activated again. Success of the untested consecutive bombardment strategy was said to be nothing short of a miracle. Thus, the years-long battle against the worms finally came to an end. But there was still much to be done, restoring the lost biosphere, purifying the corrupted land. Even after removing the threat, Ally of Justice's struggle would continue. And then as for this last duel, it looks like, yeah, it's just going to be Gen X versus Gen X, basically. So thankfully, no 40,000 life points to deal with. Dear Lord, that would have been a headache if I had to do it again. Listen, I barely survived the first time. Declare one card name. For the rest of this turn, your opponent cannot activate. Yes, I will use Ash Blush on because why not? The rest of the duel instead of just this turn. Ugh! Expected until the end of this tournament. You can activate this card from the hand. No, because he's not using its effect yet. No, still not using its effect, sadly. Graver plus 2 light fiend monsters. You can negate the number spreads on the field up to the total equipped to this card. It's a Graver Okay, not worth caring about yet. Okay, that X-Fail is going to be very useful. I'm going to go ahead and set this here. I will activate this. And I didn't expect to actually have to type. Go ahead and just stop its effect. Yeah, because that's a quick effect, and I'd rather. Okay. And I'm gonna have one level 3 jump up to hand. Then use that to do repair Gen X. Okay. Yeah. Power Planner. Activate his effect. Get our Gen X Magma. Immediately use him. For repair Gen X Controller. Use his effect. Turn Power Planner to my hand. Since I returned one to my hand, I can now special summon or conduct another normal summon. Do our Gen X Crusher, who adds Turbo to my hand. Magma's effect adds Turing to my hand. So one that adds hand. We now do our Gen X Turbo, who we use his effect to add Power Planner. We then use summon Power Planner again. This time we take Ally Birdman, who we will go ahead and just normal summon. Alright, now we have a fun arsenal like that. Nah. Control monster with the same activation to destroy that monster. Return. You can target 6. Maybe. I think Baron de Fleur would be the better option. How many? Okay. I'd rather, yeah, do that. I'm gonna do this, just go ahead and no. Okay, battle phase. Okay. Basically just half their attack. Who's my fiver? Super Heavy Samurai Swordmaster Musashi. Yeah, that's okay for me to special summon next turn. Yeah. Wait. Card from your hand, the melee. Oh no, one Gen X Synchro Monster. Ooh, Okay, yeah, I can't do that because I don't have a Gen X Synchro Monster. Yeah, I'd have to hit 8, looks like. Yeah, so I actually cannot do that. Oh, never mind then. Also, now I suddenly wish I didn't drop infinite. You target one level 9 or lower in your graveyard. Return this card to the graveyard, and if you do special summon it. Okay, well, here's the bad thing, though. If I did that, I could then use Turing as a get-out-of-jail card. Turns 2. I would need to bring out another 3. Do I have a... Nope, I don't have a non-tuner 3, though. Well, actually, I guess... No, I don't have a non-tuner 3 in here. Yeah, so no, I'm not going to activate the effect of Baron de Fleur. No. No, because here's the thing that didn't... Oh. Huh? Lucario 206, hello, thank you for the follow. What is his effect? You can discard this card, add one to the defeat some card you control. Okay, yeah, doesn't look like I need to worry just yet. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should have worried a little, apparently. I play Master Duel as well. Nice! Oh wait, I could have done... Oh well. We're currently playing through, solo... Doing a little bit of solo mode right now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to... I didn't want to do that game. Okay. What's in my hand? A 2? Okay. I'm not kidding, no. It's getting special summoned, right? Yeah, special summon. Sure, just Genex. I played Cool Tune Rose Dragon and Cool Tune Hecka Hands. I am old school-ish. No, because at least this way he ends up back in the deck at worst. Okay. Drop the Magma. Bring back out a controller. Use its effect. We will add... How about Power Planner in hand? Power Planner add a level 3, so that re-add Magma, who re-adds Crusher. Yeah, so I think Birdman's the way to go then. I'm new school and old school. Fair. My preferred archetypes are Trains and Raid Raptors. So I'm very Xyz minded. Okay, re-add Magma since I already have a Birdman in hand. I swear to God, I hate hand traps. If anyone ever asks, I'm literally just going to point them to this one. Where they keep trying to get me to use infinite permanent. I have to see if you want to see it. Maybe. We weren't exactly going to be doing, and do I have a tuner on the field? No, but I can get one, that's the thing. Why did I do that? Oh, because I had a regular summon anyway. Okay. I'm doing all kinds of screw-ups here. 3... Oh no, I'm trying to do math in my head. Shoot, okay. I need to hit 10, 7, 3. Okay, yeah, so I can pull back Power Planner for this. Turbo would basically just throw me out an extra Power Planner I don't exactly need. Power Planner would basically just add Magma or Birdman. I'll throw Power Planner back out anyway. Love these two. We'll have to give them a watch here after a minute then. Let's just go and add Undine. Purposely end the cycle. Okay. Get Baron to Fleur back out. Immediately regret that choice, but oh well. Go ahead and use its effect just to Nope. Nope. No effects. Bad game. No trying to get effects. Okay, have a 2 in the hand. What is that? That's 5. That's Musashi, isn't it? I really don't like this card. Okay. Yeah. I don't get to basically... The monster I use, I can't use for the rest of the thing. Okay. No, it'd probably be better for me to do... Actually, yeah. Okay. Turbo. Use his effect. Nope. Add the Power Planner. Nope. Power Planner. Get another Ally Birdman. Okay. I'm gonna use Ally Birdman's effect. What's the number I want to aim for here? Honestly, probably one of the Power Planners, if being honest. What is that otherwise? 5, 9. Yeah, that's a 10. That's a pretty number. Nope. Another Birdman. Why is it not letting me use that Chaos Angel? 1, 2... Oh, because... Okay, yeah, because these aren't light or dark. Okay. Anyway. What cards do I have access to right now? Yeah, let's go ahead and pull out the Decisive Armor. Oh, I'm sorry. Arms of Genix return 0. What's the effective ones to use? That are banished and or removed, then you can destroy up to that many cards in Soul. God, I do not want to use infinite impermeance. I want to just deal damage. Speaking of... Okay. Speaking of, go through with this. Here we are. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this. We'll end this solo mode, and then we can go ahead and check out one of those. Why not? Okay. Ooh, that's great. Urgent schedule on second turn is always great, truthfully. Heavy forward, express train, Charlie Ollie. Ooh, that's even more fun. Heck yeah. Alright, what's my other card? Special schedule, okay. Since they control more monsters than I do, locate their effects, and you're gonna accept with machine cards. Yeah. So we're gonna urgent schedule. Okay, in that case, we're gonna heavy forward. Add anchor drill. You forgot, didn't? I forgot what? The replay? No, I'm gonna do it once we finish up this solo mode gate, since we only have a couple things left. Sure. We can't even use its effect right now, but sure. Smith's Requiem. I feel like things are about to go from bad to worse because they had hand traps. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and retry this because not the best showing of my deck. Okay, okay. What was that? Film fabled realms and heavy forward, okay. I'm gonna start by using heavy forward. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and revolving train car. I'm gonna activate revolving switchyard, throw barrage blast into the grave to add super express bullet train. And if it wasn't for them doesn't take battle damage, I probably would have gone for the other route, but do this. Special summon Flying Pegasus Railroad. Number 27, Dreadnought Dreadnoid. Second effect, give it heavy forward as a material, because why not? Go into battle phase. Main phase 2, since it destroyed a monster by battle, activate its effect. Hold on, I think you can jump on the Bible. You secret summon, draw a card, or special summon one fabled monster from grave or banish. What's this card's effect? You can target one fabled monster in your graveyard, discard the unit, add that monster to your hand. You can only use this. Okay. Let's Sky Palace Frank Rom, dude. Gengaradai. Let's go ahead and use its effect. Detach heavy forward. Pop that. Then we will immediately evolve it into Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Lieb. Whose effect we will also immediately use. to ditch Anchor Drill. Just because I want another scary card on the field. That one. Enter. Uh-oh, that's a synchro, ain't it? No, that's a they don't want to have to deal with the fact that I have a massive tank on the field. Oh, this tank's about to get huge. Does this give piercing? Oh, this tank's about to get big. Ooh. No, definitely not. Okay. Hold on. What is it? Must be equipped by banishing 2 level 10 or higher machine monsters. Okay. So that means that Gengar does not count because it has a rank, not a level. Hate that. Hate that for me. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, my God. What I would like to do... you can only declare an attack with this card. Okay. So I don't think it would work exactly how. Chat, I'm trying to figure out, like, the best way to do this. Because... Roo! Roo! Thank you for the hydrate! Okay, yeah, because that's just the double-headed Anger Knuckler. I would like to get another level 10, but if we're being honest, I don't want to drop any of these cards. Is honestly the real problem here, if we're being honest. I would... I guess I could drop an Xyz unit. Yeah, okay. As much as I hate to, drop an Xyz unit. I still have my normal summon, so Night Express Knight. Summon him without any attack. Discards effect. Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. How dare you? Joke's on you though, because that's not what I needed him for. Nope. Night Express Knight. Okay. So now I can only attack with this card. Yeah, also for the rest of the turn, you can only declare an attack with this card. Let's see how true that is. Train Connection. Banish both of these guys. Get this leap to double its original attack. Go ahead and do that. Put that on there. Battle phase. Yeah, that kind of... I won't lie, I did expect that a little bit. The AI spooked. Which, that's fair. Oh, that's a nice revolving switchyard. I don't care. We're gonna use this card. Effect, detach number 27 from it. How dare! You know what? You know what? Hold on. I might have an idea. Okay, I don't have an idea. Entering. I got impatient. And I keep forgetting that they've loaded their deck with hand traps. Last material. Yes. Since you brought it back out for no reason. On God, would have been better for the AI to have not done that. I mean, all they did was just waste an extra card. Okay, now we'll go ahead and do this last story, and then I will check your replays, Lucario. The indigenous tribes rejoiced as the worms were eradicated, but the celebration was short-lived. The Fabled, who had observed the final battle with the worms from the sidelines, finally began their invasion in earnest, with the Fabled beasts at their side. As they prepared to confront the Fabled once more, Ally of Justice no longer possessed sufficient firepower. Most of their ordnance had been lost to the previous decisive battle, and after the long war against the worms, they had no funds or resources to spare. Given the circumstances, the design of new weapons had to be fundamentally reworked. Instead of the massive weapons of old, the next generation was designed with improved handling in mind and made more compact. But shrinking them was pointless if output was reduced. They needed the firepower of the previous generation mounted on a compact frame. It was the existence of the Genex and Argenex that made it all possible. The frames built by Ally of Justice were powered by Argenex, integrated with the R-Reactor, with the modified Genex installed as the control core. The long-conceived Genex weaponization plan was put into action, and a dedicated division was established. At the same time this plan began, the Mist Valley, which had once left Ally of Justice due to a scheme by the Fabled, was also asked to cooperate. After persistent persuasion from the Ice Barrier, Mist Valley agreed. Engineers were dispatched once more. Thus the plan uniting the four tribes once more succeeded, and Genex Ally was born. Based on Genex Ally prototypes, units reflecting each tribe's unique traits in vivid detail were also produced. In addition, the tribes shared their technologies with one another, and joint development moved forward. As a result, Genex Ally Tri-Arm and Genex Ally Tri-Force were completed and deployed to the front lines. In the battle against the Fabled, they fought alongside other Genex Ally to achieve victories across the land, and their struggle will continue until every threat to the land is eliminated. Alright, there we go. Gate clear. We got the new card pack, but we're not going to go to the store. Yeah. Let's see. Dual Live. friend. Put in the ID. Okay. 4090585. Here we are. Replays. Said these top twos. You also play on Switch? Yes, I play on the Switch. No, I don't have Fast Forward on. I play on Switch Mobile and PS5. Fair. I mainly just play on the Switch because that's just the console I like the best. Is that a special artwork called By the Grave? Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Oops, I just meant to unpack this forward. Oh yeah, I forgot that Black Rose Dragon got some... This is the cool tune, Rose Dragon. Yeah. Baron de Fleur. Which? I have not played in a while because I do not know any of these cards. Wait, actually I know that one. Yeah, I know Spore. This is still turn 1, Jesus. I will say, it seems like they've gotten better at artwork. Elemental Hero Sunrise. What's that elemental? Mass change. Yeah, Elemental Hero Sunrise. Yep, that seems like Master Duel, right? All that hard work just for them to forfeit. This one is the cool tune Hecka Hands. Okay. I don't know what Hecka Hands are. Honestly, I barely know what the cool tunes are. Tartaros, the hidden Hecka Hands. I'm just here for the Hecka Hands basically steal your opponent's monsters. Oh! So it's like the Gradle. Wait, actually, did you steal that card straight from their deck? Hand, graveyard deck, or extra deck. Jesus. Also, my leg, what? No Exodia for you. Oh. Oh, okay, I see now. They played Exodia. Interesting. You take your opponent's monsters and turn them into horrific nightmare fuel. Xeno is evil? Now they can be destroyed by that battle. Okay, 2 random face on cards in your opponent's extra deck and then special summon one of them to your field. Ooh. You can take control of any number. Oh my god. That feels like it should be banned. Also, hello, Exodia. Yeah, just straight up stealing your entire opponent's field just because. Look at your decks. Let's see. I am not sure how to do that. You can see your specific cards. Replay, follow, collector's file. Go to replay to do it. Oh, okay. Details. See. Oh, okay. Go. My cool tune Hecka Hands. This is my favorite hand trap to be used. To have someone use against me. Next clip. Oops, dragon. It's a cutie. I like the rose dragons just because of how cute they are. Wipe the field with either black rose or nib. Fair. Take it from someone who has a very unnibbing deck. Here, yeah. Because nib is not always the answer. Because sometimes all those summons are giant meat sticks that you basically just removed the binds from. Alright, they played Nib, so it's fine. That's fair. I'm the reason no one plays Nib anymore. I've legitimately had, like, an amazing turn that got a ton of, then when it feels necessary for the deck or when I go second. Okay.
Hi, Clink.
I don't think it's Clink. Did you ask? Oh, it is?
I got a baby. And a person holding Yu-Gi-Oh cards and laughing.
For a second, way too often. Okay, you want to know the thing though? I like going second. Like, legitimately, I like going second. Where's that? One. Why did it show that? Gigantic Sprite? Yeah, where is that? Only times I like going second are if I'm using Galaxy Photon or Sky Striker or Tenbai. Oh no, see, here's the real fun thing. I have, shoot, hold on. Let me find one of these that has a duel real quick so I can show you this deck. Change deck. Here it is. I can never use this deck in legitimate play. But this deck is kind of hilarious to use. When I play Tenpei, I play like a bitch. Yeah, I just genuinely play it like that. Yeah, this is one of my favorite joke decks. Wipe the field, then OTK. Fair. This is just kind of my favorite joke deck. It is, 36 normal monsters, Exodia the Forbidden One, and 3 Heart of the Underdogs. If you'd like to know how it works, basically, I try to survive until Heart of the Underdogs get out, and then I draw my entire deck. And I win by Exodia. It usually works once in a blue moon, but blue moons come often for me. Okay, High Tide on Fire Island. I see where you're going with this. You just get the head off the rip and the continuous spell auto win. Yeah, basically, yeah. You miss us doing the duel against the 40,000 life points, and I literally just got all 3 of my Heart of the Underdogs out. So I just kept ripping my deck in half and searching for one card. The Oceans of the Realm had no single ruler in that era. There was a clan of fish folk that had laid claim to a small patch of the seas. For them, the idea of conquering the whole breadth of the depths was a pipe dream. They only skirmished amongst themselves. That was before the emergence of their sovereign, Poseidra, the Atlantean dragon. Poseidra was once but one among many creatures striving to survive in the vibrant and discordant seas. It started life as legendary Atlantean Tridon, known for its veracity despite its small size. Devouring fish, shellfish, and crustaceans, it grew larger and larger, becoming an adept predator. Among its prey was a creature twice its size, Lost Blue Breaker. How to beat Meta 101 play Leon's Exodia deck, lol. Yeah, no, basically. You can't do anything if all I'm doing is drawing! After this meal, its hazy mind became clear, and it gained full self-awareness. Its first realization was that it numbered among the strong. Now it had become Poseidra, a full-fledged dragon of the deep. How do I become stronger? I need to devour more. I'm gonna get going, need to eat. Yes, go eat. Go ahead and eat. Its instinctual hunger was now coupled with a desire for power, and it grew rapidly. Poseidra relentlessly attacked the bickering fishfolk clans and brought them under its control. This was the birth of the Atlantean army. Believing that the ocean was theirs, they set about conquering it, bit by bit. They carried all before them and amassed considerable power, expanding their domain to including the neighboring seas. Poseidra's desire for dominion was as bottomless as its appetite. The ocean was not enough. It wanted to lay claim to the land too. The immense Atlantean military force decided on a target, an isolated island sanctuary kept secure by holy flames. A clash awaited, the Guardian Fire King High Avatars against the might of the Atlantean tyrant. Good night to you too! Okay, so we're doing Atlanteans first, it looks like. Oh, they're going to start me off with one card. Okay. What makes an Atlantean deck unique? Most Atlantean mermail monsters have effects that activate by discarding cards or when they are sent to the graveyard. Or discarded. To activate the effects of water monsters, use them well to strengthen your field. Alright. Alright then. Utilize the effects of Atlanteans and win the duel. Get Neptibis, the Atlantean. Normal summon Neptibis, the Atlantean Prince. I would like to, but I don't want to summon from deck to grave. Add one Atlantean card from deck to hand. Accept him. If this card is sent to the graveyard, deactivate a water monster's effect. Target one in your graveyard. Special summon. Okay. So now basically, Mermail Shadow Guard. An Atlantean card. You can discard one card. All monuments. If this card is sent to the graveyard, special summon one level 4 or lower Atlantean or Mermail monster from your deck. Pretty good. Add Atlantean Dragoons to your hand. So it's sent to the effect of Shadow Squad activates, letting us special summon Mermail Abyss Strike. Or Abyss Spike, whose effect we use to discard Dragoons to add the Atlantean Spirit from your hand, and one Atlantean or Mermail to take one from your deck and add that to your hand. During your opponent's hand, you can discard one. Okay. Atlantean Marksman. The effects of Abyss Shrine, the Atlantean Spirit, you can take one level 7 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your deck and either add to your hand or special summon it. Activate its effect. Tribute Neptibis. Summon Poseidra, the Atlantean Dragon. From your hand or graveyard. If you do, turn off cards. Hand your cards like 3 more monsters control. Okay. So it's deactivated one. Neptibis activates its effect. Jesus! Try having a special summon Shadow Guard. Activate. Marksman activates, destroy a set card. Yeah, let's do that one. So I see summon Abyss Mermail, or Mermail Abyss Dios. Poseidra Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon Lord. Okay, but why not that? That looks awesome. Also, this was Burst Strike, the Atlantean Spirit, Mermail Abyssalia, Mermail King, Neptibis. Oh look, he grew up! Got kinda hot too. Poseidra by using one Atlantean Xyz monster or one Mermail Xyz monster as the material. Oh. Well, that's why they didn't have me do that then. Because they wanted me to do it but this way. Could then send 3 levels out. So, yeah, I could have done it either way. 2 from this card, then send 1 water monster from hand or deck to the graveyard. Return 3 cards your opponent controls to the hand. If this Xyz coming out sent to graveyard, you can discard 1 card to the special one of 3. Okay. Okay, and now we activate its effect. 5 or higher monsters cannot attack. Oh, okay. So that's part of why we wanted to get rid of him, is because the game said, yeah. So go ahead, I guess use both of those, and then send Atlantean Heavy Entrance and return all heavy infantry. Okay, so now we can return. Yeah. Based off of heavy infantry's effect, we don't want this to be the last card because heavy infantry. Jesus, I can't speak. Like at all. If this card is sent to the graveyard, deactivate target one face-up card your opponent controls and destroy it. Yeah. Everyone doesn't know there's no value from the graveyard if it's there when the monster was short or hand, even if not. This card is normal special summon, you can destroy one. This is graveyard banish, destroy all monsters you control. Oh, damn, okay. Yeah, let's just do all those and then heavy interest. Tree does that, and we battle. There we are. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do this duel real quick and then probably end off. We have heavy interest infantry. You only get this effect once per turn, so I can normal summon him and then get an extra normal summon. It looks like. I can from your hand or field. Can do this to immediately get Poseidra out. What is her? And then what is this? Someone from your hand or graveyard, and if you do equip it with this card, the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect. You can send this card to the graveyard instead. You can manage it. Okay. So actually, use a Best Shine's effect to send one of the heavy infantries in my hand to the grave. To the graveyard. Just going to run movements over this way. You're gonna control the monster except beside you, the storming and Lanty in your opponent's monster's name. Wait, is this another? Oh yeah. You can send one other monster in the hand or festival card. Hand of this card, normal special summon. One card. Hand. Okay. Yeah, go for Poseidra, I guess. Okay. Let's make sure to come back. Let's just this card. Let's just set the graveyard activate a card. Add to your hand or equip it to this card. Let's just this card. Once during your opponent's turn, you can summon one card. Okay. Do this. Because she's not Sea Serpent. Damn it! Well, shit. Alright, okay. Get her back out of the grave. Should be 3 level 3 or lower water monsters. Honestly, it might be smart to get him in the grave. What's her effect again? Actually, yeah. 2... ratio. Three banish her, you shuffle them into your deck. Question: can he target banished? Take one move from your deck or graveyard? No. Okay. I guess in turn. So one card from your hand to the grave, add one more. Or you can banish this card from your graveyard, discard one card to the graveyard, draw a card. No. Wait. Actually, yes, use her effect. Purposely throw this into the graveyard to then add one mermail monster from deck to hand. This is good. Sent to the graveyard. You can put one more on your deck. Tempting. Okay, I guess it's just that tempting. So now we go ahead and banish her, discard the Shadow Squad, draw a card, Shadow Squad activates, and we get a special summon. Level 3 alerts. Oh wait, okay. Do Abyss Spike, because his effect activates. Yeah. Neptiprince. It's getting special summoned, right? No, from deck to hand. Okay. What is this? Deep Sea Minstrel. Card one mana. Look at your opponent's hand and banish one. If this card is special summoned, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck into it. Add Shadow Squad to hand. Neptiprince activates. Then you get the one of the deck to grave by the entire one in defense mode. Okay. Well, I mean, I might as well get a. Let's deck to hand. Might as well get like a good effect from this. I've already used that. I don't have a set card, so I can't use that. I've already used Shadow Squad's effect. Hand of Boots. Starting to wish I actually hadn't grabbed Presidra out, actually. Sure. Wait, what was its effect? Oh. Okay, and it at hand. I'm learning. Sure. Marksman. I started to think of why, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's their battle phase. They've already attacked. The Steam Training. Just card from your graveyard. Is that what I already have in my graveyard? What's the effect of my graveyard? Ah, yeah. Training. Actually, yes. Activate effect. Purposely drop Marksman. Pop their set card. Ooh, that was a Mirror Force. This Gaios. Okay, the effect of let's attack this card until the end of the turn. Meh. Sidra. Why am I sending a card to the graveyard? Oh, from hand or deck to the graveyard, then return. Okay. I just sent a Shadow Squad, didn't I? Yeah, Shadow Squad and heavy infantry. Actually use Neptibus? Okay. Guns, we can have a card that would be the trip I face of the field. He's dead, and he's returning to your opponent's special summon the monster in the game. Yeah, let's get that up, and then I do this survey card base, this card from the graveyard. And then we're gonna purposely do the 2 because then wait, do you have to boost? Oh, okay. Oh right, he's special summoning something from the grave. Okay. 1 second, I'm getting there. Okay. I mean, if we're being truthful, it's not going to actually stay out long. Do this next. Just destroy that because. And then we get this special summon from deck. Okay, first off, special summon from deck. Since Shadow Squad, whose effective already used. Oh right, just special. Yeah, just go ahead and take up this spike. An Goons. Miss the activation time. You cannot activate the effective. Oh. Okay. Banishing graveyard shuffling into the deck. Well, but first we're gonna do this in order to purposely special summon out another Shadow Squad, which we can now then use. Shadow Squad, this spike, and Dragoons for Mermail King Neptibus. One. Okay. and then just set that because we can, and we'll go ahead and activate one of these effects. Just shuffle some banished cards in. Shuffle some cards back into the deck. Battle phase. Oh, nice. That was game. All right. All right. So, this was kind of just like a test thing, I guess. If you guys liked it, make sure to let me know. Yeah, just like let me know if you liked it, and I'll consider, and we'll see about doing it more. For now, let me see if I can raid into this guy. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and raid into Hypercold64. He is playing Mina the Hollower. And I will be back on Wednesday to start the Final Fantasy V 4-drop Fiesta. I will have some more information on it then. Until then, though, have a good night and enjoy your time. Bye!